Welcome to the 3BWaxing show. The topic is a recap of things to remember when creating your own labels. So I'm pinning it here on Instagram at 3BWaxing. Hey Mariah, welcome to the 3BWaxing show. How are you? So I'm basically recapping. How are you doing? How's your day going? I usually go on live at 3:26 p.m. But you said doing fine. Oh, good. But I've been up since 2 a.m. to now. Well, I took a nap, so that's why I'm late. Hey, Butterfly Dawn, welcome to the 3BWaxing show. How are you? How are you doing? So yeah, but I'm on here, and yeah, I was just so tired. But I don't know if you guys have been watching the videos. I've been taking care of myself during this quarantine. And I hope you guys are too, taking care of yourself. Been drinking water. And then I was going to post about it. I'm doing a challenge with my mom. We're doing no processed sugar for 3 days. And let me tell you, I can feel myself not having sugar. Hey, let me upgrade you. Welcome to the 3BWaxing show. How are you doing? So that is what is going on. I've been eating salad. I just bought a whole bunch of salads. Water, banana smoothies. So even though I put a splash of juice in, that is processed sugar. Well, it's pineapple juice, so I don't know. It is working out. So are you guys doing anything healthy? I'm gonna get started real soon, but just want to know what's going on with you guys. If this topic is even beneficial to you. I'm also trying to figure out, like, because I have 3 different things I talk about, which I talk about waxing, skincare, and like business stuff, like this labels. I just want to see what you're interested in me talking about. I've extended these lives for a little bit longer, so I'm not so rushed. So if you let me know what you follow me for, it gives me an idea of what to cover in a week. So each week I do a topic. So this week is labels. Next week maybe labels too. Last week was underarm waxing. And then the week before that was ingredients in the fruit enzyme pads. And I did cut open that pineapple to show you the benefits of pineapple extract in your skincare. And then hyaluronic acid in your skincare. So I just try to do basically what you want, provide what you want, and give you that information. So yeah, so I have my notes here of what we're talking about. I'm going to get into announcements. There isn't really any new announcements. I don't think so. California, is currently closed. Like, salons are currently closed. And part of the reason why I was up at 2 a.m. is because I was like, where's the future of my business going? Like, where is it going to go? Like, I know I will wax eventually, but say we're in this quarantine for another year. What am I going to do? I'm doing, sorry about that. It was a call. I was basically wondering where the future of 3BWaxing is going to go. I don't know why she's calling me when she knows I'm on live. So, you know what I'm going to do? Hold on. Okay, sorry for the interruptions. So, I was talking to another esthetician about my plans. For those of you who don't know, even when California opens up, I probably still won't go back to waxing right away or taking clients because I am a autoimmune or immune compromised person, and it's just not worth it. So it'll be a while. And I've obviously made, adjustments to that where I do the wax with me calls and do more skin consultations over Zoom, but it's still not the same. So I don't really know when I'll be actually opening, but I do know that I will continue to serve on live and serve like over the internet. I'll continue to sell pads because it's what I love to do, and it's my way of serving until I can get a place again. So in the meantime, I'll be doing my lives. I'll be doing more stuff of talking about what you want to know about, and I'll be pushing really the pads of like educating you, because even if my goal is, yes, I want people to purchase pads, but even if you don't, I want you to know the importance of exfoliating so you can get good skin and good wax results. So I'm going to continue that. So that's announcement. And then the other announcement I have is with this whole series, I do have the 10 steps to starting your product line. And one thing we talked about yesterday is how my goal is I teach you guys how to do it so you can always replicate it. Hey, Waxing by Mahark. Did I say that right? Waxing by Mahark. So my goal is to teach you so you can continue to do this process and continue to sell products and create products and go on. So that's why I do these lives. I have that video class, and then I really want to make, and I've been saying this, that I'm making it, and I am, it's just taking a long time, is I want to make that big course for, starting your own product line where it's like in detail, but it takes a long time. I could just throw something together and then pre-sell it and do it, but I really want to take my time with this. I feel like I have the time, so it's going to take some time. So those are the announcements. I'll do the intro, and then we will get started into this information. So thank you for joining. Thank you for those watching it later. And welcome to the 3BWaxing Show. Welcome to the 3BWaxing Show. And so you remember, welcome to the 3BWaxing Show. I am Becca, your pro waxer and skin therapist since 2010. I help people remove unwanted hair, acne, discoloration, and ingrowns through full body waxing, chemical peels, facials, and products. I have my own product line that's been sold all over the US, the UK, Canada, and the UAE. It's what I come here to help other people do. I sold some pads. I had one out here so I could show you, but I sold it today, so I don't have a visual for that. But I have the acne and ingrown pads and the fruit enzyme pads that are on 3BWaxing.com, which I'm keeping my website. I do have to change some things about it because it has that I'm still taking clients, so I will change that. I also help estheticians and non-estheticians start their own product line, start their own salon suite, attract clients, and improve their waxing technique. Some things that make me qualified is I've been the regional trainer for a large waxing franchise and the lead esthetician at a high-end gym in Newport. I'm sorry, got distracted. Sorry, I'm like really slow reading these. Insatiable. Welcome to the 3BWaxing show. So like I said, I go live Wednesday through Friday, at 3:26 p.m. Today I'm late. But if you want to know when I go live about waxing information, you can join the Wax Lounge. And that's where I email wax information. And I'm going to get better at that. I've really neglected some of my email lists. And I'm in the process of combining everything and getting things better organized. And so I'll be emailing that more. I also have the lab where I email about skin ingredients to help you with your skin. And when I go live about, skin stuff. And then the salon tea that I email. Like I emailed right before I went on live here about starting your own product line. All right. So, recapping. We're talking about labeling with products and creating your own label. I talked a little bit about my story. I'm going to recap it a little bit. I have had a company do my labels for me when I've had a product, and I have done them myself. I've also had my mom, like I was telling yesterday, my mom helped me out. She has a business and she was able to help me out with my labels. And, I've gone through a lot of the processes of having a label and the struggles of it and finding places to print my labels and all that stuff. So that's why I feel like I'm a good resource, because I've been through so many of these things. I started selling my own products with my name on it in 2017. So right after I opened, it was like a few months after I opened that I started selling my own products. So like I was talking about the other day, these were my first pads. And, I wanted something that had salicylic, lactic, and glycolic acid in them. And something that had a calming agent. And this had aloe. So you can see. Well, no, you can't see. It's not close enough. And I was just super proud of myself for getting this accomplished. So if you've ever had something that you imagined, or, I see myself doing this and it comes to fruition, it's a great feeling. You feel like, okay, I made this happen. I manifest this. It's a good feeling. And that's the feeling I had with these pads. And they did my label. The thing that I did was I told them that I wanted it to say, so these pads say reduce the appearance of ingrown hairs, acne, hyperpigmentation, and scars. So that's what I wanted them to say on it. You have to say to reduce the appearance of, because you can't say totally gets rid of or completely treats. Hey, Maddie and Lux, welcome to the 3BWaxing show. Hey, Minted 1982, welcome to the 3BWaxing show. So these are the first pads I had. Yeah, and so the company did these labels for me. It made it really easy. Then I needed to switch labs with whatever was going on between our business relationship. I needed to switch. And that's where I decided that I was going to eventually wholesale to other estheticians, which I now do. And I wanted to teach estheticians how to, or non-estheticians, how to do their own research to find their own lab. And that's when I got into teaching people how to do their own labels. Look at how, I know I brought this up yesterday, but just, I've had people give me products with no label on it, and it just makes it so much better. I don't know, it just increases the look of it, of having labels. So that's when I came up with these labels, which my mom created for me, and they're kind of crumpled now, but I'm not going to use them. These are the ones she created for me, and she has a business where she does like my cards, and if you've ever come to my salon, you probably got a thank you card from me, or a calendar, or she made like these cute where she put chocolate, like made like chocolate bar covers for Valentine's Day. So if you came to me to get waxed during Valentine's Day and I had some left, then you probably got it. So she makes a lot of stuff. Her Instagram is you wish you were me, but I don't know where the underscore is. It's like in the middle somewhere. I think it might be you wish underscore you were me, but I gotta memorize that. Yeah, so I then have these labels, and yesterday I was saying how these aren't waterproof, and they got the job done, but they weren't the end goal. Like, my end goal was the labels I have now. I'm gonna go get I think it's upstairs, actually. I'm not gonna get it. The labels I have now, actually I am gonna get it. But I continue to sell my pads that had these labels. And one thing I want to stress, if you have products that you're like, I have these labels, but they're not really the end goal, and I really don't want to sell it until it's completely finished, I recommend selling anyways, because the product's good still. And you can email the information. You can have other labels that you like. What I did was I would put this label on the jar, and then put this label on a card that she made, and then I would give it to a client. And so that way you can also sell those products, so you can put that money back into working on creating new labels. So yeah. Then so these are the acne and anger ones. I had the fruit enzyme ones that looked like this as well, but I currently, for the fruit enzyme ones, use these Avery circles. And just like I was saying, I practice what I preach. These aren't the end goal for my fruit enzyme pads, but they're what I'm using right now. And then eventually I'm going to have my designer create ones like that are fruit enzyme. and exactly how I want it. So I am going to step away to get my acne ingrown pads so I can show the labeling. And then I'm going to go over the three things three things to remember when creating your label. So what we talked about yesterday, and then I'll go over the third one too, because I didn't go over the third one yesterday. So I'm going to go real quick grab that those pads. Okay. So here are the pads I currently have. I only think I have 2 left. I sent out pads this morning. And so these are the labels that I'm already out of breath just by running up and down the stairs. These are the labels that I created. So to be honest, I was like kind of dreading doing my own labels. I was like, I really don't want to do this. I had reached out to an esthetician that made labels for other estheticians. And I just found that a lot of people, and not just this person, but a lot of people weren't looking at the FDA to see what should be on a label. And the reason why I wanted to do that, there's multiple reasons, because I mean, it's part of the law. But one of the reasons I wanted to do that is because it's just going to look more professional. People are used to seeing products in a certain format. That's because the FDA requires a certain format. And I wanted to have my labels done correctly the first time. That way, you know, if they do go into a store or even just sitting on my display in the salon, they look professional. People are used to seeing the way they look, so it looks legit and not like scrambly, you know, like a scrambly product. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but I'm sure you know what I'm trying to say. Just, I want it to look professional. So, like I was saying about these pads, like I had this vision in my mind what I wanted, and these came to fruition. I felt the same way about these labels. I'm actually really proud that I took the time to figure out labeling, and that's one thing I help estheticians with, which I do it through here or pick my brain calls, because once you know how to do this, you can do it multiple times. You can like, oh, I want to create this product. I know how the label should be or what should be on it. I know how to work with a designer now. Boom, 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 boom. I can get it done. And you just get faster and faster, and you get better at it. Everything you just get better at. One thing about them is they have the drug facts on them. In the United States, salicylic acid is considered a drug. When you have a product that is considered a drug, you have to have it in a certain format. You have to have the drug label. I was actually really nervous about creating this. So I've done the whole trial and error. I tried creating this in Excel and like making this like a bigger column, and doing all kinds of stuff, but it just wasn't looking right. And then I tried it in Word and it wasn't looking right. I also tried it in Canva. It wasn't looking right. You can imagine how long this took me. But what I did for this, and what I think is going to be your best bet if you are somebody looking to have a acne ingredient in your products and you're going to need a drug facts label. What I did was I wrote out the information that needed to be in here. So like, you have to have a warning label that says external use only. That's one of the things. You also need to have the active ingredient at top with the percentage. So this is salicylic 2%, and that's what requires it to have a drug facts label. And then you have to have the directions, the inactive ingredients. You also need to have, the address to where it is. And so what I did was I just wrote out this information or typed it up, and then I sent a picture of a drug facts label, just like a random one that I Googled. I sent that to my designer and said, hey, I would like my label to have this format with this information. And I have another person who's doing labels who is wholesaling my pads for me, and I just sent her over the information of what I sent to the designer. So if you do a pick my brain call, I can send you that information, or if you do the pads, wholesale the pads for me, I'll send you that information. Hey, Mayan is me. Welcome to the 3BWaxing show. So, some other things about creating these is you have to have the net contents in it. So you can either have like the amount of pads or how much of whatever you have in here, or the ounces, but I have both. I wanted to do both. It just made it better for me. One thing that is not required but is very good to have is the expiration date of your products. You are not required by the FDA to have that. And all this information I'm getting is from what I read from the FDA. So it's my interpretation of the FDA. I do not work for them, not like a lawyer or anything. Because even on their site, they say they don't have anyone to let you know, like, oh, this label is incorrect, this label is wrong, or approve your label before. They just don't have the, what is that? The manpower to do that. So you really have to just figure it out for yourself. And when I was figuring this out, I realized that there was not a lot of people who were teaching this or knew much about it, especially estheticians. So, I was like, I will share what I've learned. Hey, Unbreakable, Kimmy. So, yeah, this is the labeling. And then my other ones had expiration date too. So that little box there is that. And then there is the cruelty free. Hey, Sexy Liz 1, welcome to the 3BWaxing show. There is that cruelty free sign. My pads are cruelty free. That is one of the things about them, but I did not put that on there. So maybe if I do an update, I can put it on there, but it's just one of the things that's just not on there. I know I have a delay on my live, so I'm sorry if things are really delayed. It's not my Wi-Fi, because we just got new Wi-Fi. It's definitely the app. So let's go into the 3. things that I wanted to share with you. Hey, Missing Tiffany. Welcome to the 3BWaxing show. So, the first thing when you are creating your labels is to know that presentation matters. It really does. The nicer you can make your labels, the more you'll be able to charge, the better it'll look on your shelf or in your pictures. It does matter. I've had people tell me that, especially with my old pads, my new pads have it too now, but when I first came out with my old pads, is that your brand, your products looks very luxury. That's important. These are medical grade pads too, so that does, it's important to have labeling that looks, medical grade, professional. So that was one thing I would say that you would really want to focus on after you got your product done and you're working on labeling. Think about what your clients want to look at, or what's going to be on their countertop. Now, I was a little hesitant about making my new ones pink because I do have quite a few male clients who purchase these, but my brand is like pretty pink and all that, so men still can use it pink. I was a little concerned about that, but for the most part, the majority of my clients are women. And not saying that pink is just for women, but I know it's usually male skincare is black. The second one that I have for you is sell while working on the labels you want. So your labels may not be exactly how you want them to be. That is okay. Just get something that will work in the meantime. That's low cost. Still looks good. That way you have something that you can put on your product while you sell it. While you're working on your label. So like I told you, the fruit enzyme ones kind of got a little on hold because of the whole corona. But I have these and they work just fine. And I have the ingredients that are on the website. And I've mailed them out too, the ingredients as well. And then if you don't want to create something that's, temporary, then you can email it. I've done that too. I've done pretty much all this stuff. Oh, I've done all of this stuff. Not pretty much. I've done all this stuff. That's why I'm telling you it works. It's a journey. I want to put these up while I'm not looking. I used to feel like everything needed to be perfect, but it's just no way. I had to get that notion out of my head of everything has to be done. No, it's a whole journey. You continue to grow. It's a life cycle. It's a process. Yeah. The third one is check the FDA. So I have the actual address, but the FDA is going to have it marked out for you of what is considered misbranded, what your PDP needs to look like. What is that called? Like panel display something? I forget what it's called, but it'll tell you like what needs to be on the front of it, what needs to be on the ingredients. And I have the actual site if you just want to type this in. I don't know my backslashes, but it is HTTPS colon, I think it's backslash or actually forward slash www.fda.gov/cosmetics again dash labeling dash regulations /cosmetics dash labeling dash guide. So I'll start again from www.fda.gov. And even if you go to that, you can like look around and find the area I'm talking about. /cosmetics /cosmetics dash labeling dash regulations /cosmetics dash labeling dash guide. There, I recommend going and looking up what needs to be on your label. So I can help you with that because I've spent so much time doing that. But I also do recommend that you go and check out the website for yourself, even if you're just skimming it. But definitely check it out. And I do pick my brain calls to help you with those kind of things, and then different things you may have with the pads. Like in my last post, I mentioned how I had a problem with these pads leaking, and what has worked best now, because we've gone through, trial and error, and this is also something working with my lab, is I'll just open it up. Is the seal on here, and then when you open this up, there's a like a styrofoam seal. I don't think it's made out of styrofoam, it might be, but so there's two seals. Because this product is juicy, basically, it's juicy. It has a lot of product already, like the liquid, the solution. So these pads aren't going to dry out quickly. But with doing all this, I had to learn how to, adjust. And I've had, people email me, hey, my whole order is completely soaked. Like I've had someone say, their whole package was completely soaked. So I had to fix that. Some were, able to be fine, but that's just part of the journey and figuring it out and come into contact with those kind of things. So that's what I have for you. You can schedule a Pick My Brain call. If you click the link in the bio on my Instagram at 3BWaxing, it's a button on there that says Pick My Brain. They're $197, and we go over whatever you need help with, answer your questions. I do have a client. We've been working together often doing calls, and she is coming out with her product this week. It's a custom product, so I'm very excited for her. And then if you are like, I don't even know where to start with having my own product line, definitely do the 10 ways or 10 steps to starting your own product line. It's going to get you started. And if you do that and watch that and then, take your notes and stuff, and then do your call, you'll be a lot more prepared. You don't have to do the class before doing the call, but if you want to start working on stuff on your own, then and kind of have some direction before talking to me, then that'll be good. When I talk, my voice just goes. So those are the 3 that I have for you. And goodness. And tomorrow, I'm planning for the topic to be questions to ask yourself when you're thinking of creating your own label or going to create your own label. So you guys can, take these questions and really start answering them for yourself and your product and your brand, because these are some of the things that came up after the fact. Like, some of them I already had in mind, because I'm a person who just, like, a lot of times I can think of the worst situation, so I'll ask a bunch of questions. But then some stuff came up that I didn't even think would come up. So we'll do that tomorrow. I should be on time for 3:26, unless I'm up again at 2 a.m. today, or 2 a.m. tomorrow. So we'll do questions to ask yourself about labeling. So thank you for those who joined. I will see you tomorrow. And I think that's all I have. I felt like there was more I wanted to share, but I can't remember. So have a good one, and I will see you tomorrow.